with my bosses, and I push
Hello
my
guys,
colleagues sometimes.
I'm just
Both of us are
learning
sort of a generous
New
character,
Zealand
so we will
accent
put our hands up and say, okay, it's
for
we understand.
Kiwi English,
But, you know,
because
what's happening now, we're in
migrating
lockdown.
from the
It's,
Philippines
you know,
to New Zealand,
everybody's under
it's
stress,
quite, the
everybody's
accent is
under
quite
strain.
new, and
you try to get your workload done.
we learned from the
but
Philippines is
when
an
someone
American
goes,
accent
my
or an
phone
American
fell off my
English.
keyboard.
So
I
learning
can't
the
do
New
that,
Zealand
so
accent is quite
somebody's
new,
throwing water at
and
my,
the accent
my
is quite
phone.
bit different and unique.
It's just weird.
It's beautiful accent.
But,
So
hey, look, it's
join
life.
me
We
in
all get on with it.
listening and learning
No,
at the
it's
same
really interesting
time.
talking with you, Martin,
This is
because
my
there's definitely people that are hot under the collar.
daily
Very
routine.
reasonable, but thank you.
So just enjoy my drive, the view of New Zealand here in Auckland, plus listening and learning to the New Zealand Kiwi accent.
Made me work until the day I gave birth. Wait, that was you. You, James, not me. Yeah. What a boss. Yeah. 3:25. Simon James, why are people complaining about having to work more? If you get paid by the hour, you'll simply earn more. Get over it, people. Exactly. Well, no, but that's not fair. Oh, no, of course it's not fair. Because if you pay, that's just putting a purely mercenary take on things. Some people might not actually need the extra money, and they might sort of, their lifestyle may be crimped to such a point the money can't compensate for the inconvenience. Yeah, and then they can say no. Well, not always, as I say. Then you might be seen as a sort of like not a team player and put in an awkward position. I've got kids. I mean, but anyway, let's talk more. There's not a phone line free at the moment. It's a good one. It's good. Let's chat. 3:26. You'll have customers with high expectations and low tolerance for stuff-ups. So at Machinery House, we've got everything you need. Cutting machines, woodworking machines, metalworking machines, fabrication machines, machines to keep well-oiled machines like yours moving along nicely. Machinery House, where machines are right at home. East Tamaki and Christchurch or online at machineryhouse.co.nz. Is your bank making life difficult? Do you have a sound property development but can't fund it? Have you bought a house but you haven't sold yours yet? Do you want to buy a business or consolidate some debts? If you have 25% equity in your property, I can probably help you. I'm Ian Woods of Ian Woods Mortgages. Getting the money you need is what I do. I can give you an indication immediately after our first discussion. Call me now on 021 82 82 40 or visit ianwoodsmortgages.co.nz.
Since 1971, Stressless has been perfecting the art of recliner comfort. And now it's time to celebrate at Danske Möbler Furniture with huge savings on the entire range at the Stressless 50 years sale. You'll enjoy excellent comfort when you relax in a luxurious Stressless recliner. It feels like you're floating on air. Celebrate and save with Stressless luxury recliners and sofas. 100% made in Norway and exclusive to Danske Möbler Furniture.
Welcome to the brand new season of The Voice. That voice is sublime. Where chairs will turn.
Who are you?
And heads will spin.
Rock the voice!
New The Voice Australia starts Thursday, October 21st on TVNZ2.
This week at Fruit World, grab some delicious savings. NZ blueberries $6.99 a punnet, and NZ large red kumaras $1.99 a kilo.
Auckland, 89.4 FM. Simon Barnett and James Daniels Afternoons. Call 0800 80 1080 on News Talk ZB.
3:28. We've got a text here from Ross. He says, we all know that employees that have children have a different set of skills, meaning they're more efficient than those without kids. Ha, but true. Interesting. Hi, Paul.
Hey, g'day, Simon, James. Thanks for the call.
Thank you. Cheers.
Hey, just like to turn it around, guys. Let's look at it from the perspective of the children. Isn't it wonderful that these days we're getting more and more quality parent time for the children?
Yeah.
You know, and there's the K word, kindness. We can be kind to our other colleagues, helping them out. The H word, we can be humane. We want to be humane and helpful people. And I'm just surprised by the comments of some of the people who do come across really bitter that there are people taking care of children. The children are going to be paying the taxes and helping support these workers when they're older. just the last thought that comes to mind. Simon, you know, the 10th commandment is thou shalt not covet. We're encouraged to be fruitful and multiply. And the Bible speaks about this very issue in the parable of the vineyard workers. If we can in our own lives be cheerful workers, help support those around us, take on burdens of others, you know, it'll be a wonderful world.
No, very nice. Can be. Yeah, very nicely said, Paul. We have time. The altruistic thing is, I mean, I think that's very right what Paul was saying. The tricky thing is, there's a lot of people that just feel they're over it. Like this one says, hi guys, I'm 54, no kids. And in my younger days, I would do extra. Now, forget it. I'm sick of having to take up the slack for those with kids. It's just not fair. I've done it for years and it has to stop. So again, you couldn't get more polarising views than those two from Paul and that texter. 3:30. If you didn't catch the letter, I'll read it to you. It's in the Sydney Morning Herald this morning. We'll talk more when we come back after headlines.
News Talk Sydney, Auckland. Time, speed and traffic.
Hyperdrive, New Zealand's largest range of tyres online. Now, on the southern motorway, it is now all free-flowing after the earlier crash approaching Green Lane. The southwestern as well, free-flowing after the earlier breakdown through Hillsborough. The other motorways are all looking pretty good as well. No real delays to speak of across the city, but if you do see anything slowing you down, 0800 Chand is the number. Try Hyperdrive's mobile tyre fitting vans. They'll come to you anywhere in Auckland. Hyperdrive.
Talking the issues that matter to you.
Everyone sees MIQ for what it is. It is a cruel and heartless game. And the infuriating thing is, there is a better way. A points-based system, and the Ian Taylors have it, and they want to help. But the maniacs running this country don't want to know.
The truth of this lockdown is that this is going to be the hardest one for businesses yet. It is happening during the run-up to Christmas spending spree. The fact is businesses are really the ones doing the heavy lifting to protect everyone's health.
Every view from every angle. News Talk Sydney.
You got mud, you got mold. Everything around the house looks a little too old. Remove it all, well, forget. Wouldn't forget 100% Kiwi made and trusted for over 25 years. Now, with a host of smart, easy-to-use products to make maintenance at your place a breeze. For a Wait and Forget store near you, or to order online, go to waitandforget.co.nz or 0800 30 3000.
The New World Wine Awards are back. Whether you're looking for something new or something tasty to enjoy with dinner, you'll love our range of award-winning wines for every budget. New World Wine Awards in store now. This week at Fruit World, grab some delicious savings. NZ blueberries $6.99 a punnet, and NZ large red kumaras $1.99 a kilo. A new kitchen. I could get rid of that awful green. Soft closing drawers so Greg can't slam them. And a pull-out pantry. A place where I can finally bake.
Your Kitchen Mania kitchen, designed for you. This month, get it installed free. T&C's apply. Kitchen Mania, corner Rosebank Road in Jomac Place, Shakespeare Road, Milford, and Mount Wellington.
And like a breakfast bar for the kids. A drink bar for us.
Yeah, free installation. This month only at Kitchen Mania.
News Talk Sydney headlines.
With Blue Bubble taxis still operating whatever the alert level. And level 3 restrictions are continuing in Northland and Waikato for at least 5 more days. With continued uncertainty about 2 infected women travellers to Northland and 2 unlinked cases in Waikato. We have 55 new community cases today, 2 in Waikato, 53 in Auckland, with 26 still unlinked there. New cases include an early childhood teacher and 2 patients and 2 staff at an Auckland dialysis unit next to North Shore Hospital. Planes, boats, sausage sizzles and a Vaxathon are part of plans to put the fun into vaccination at this weekend's countrywide Super Saturday Action Day. More than 100 additional jab sites will be set up across the country, including at farmers markets and sporting events. And 4-wheel drives and boats will get to people in hard-to-reach spots. Roads have been shut by heavy swells in Wellington's Offero Bay, Island Bay, and at Moa Point, the road to Eastbourne has reopened. Richard Prebble on why a 4-year parliamentary term would be a bad move. See his full column at NZ Herald Premium. Now back to Simon Barnett and James Daniels.
Thanks, Raylene. 26 to 4. So I'll just précis this down a bit because I've read it once, but at the top of the hour from the Sydney Morning Herald this morning, a letter that they've published says this, and it's so relevant to where we're at in this country, particularly if you're in Auckland or Northland or Waikato. Says, hi, I work full-time, enjoy my work, and I'm childless. I have my personal struggles like we all do during the pandemic, and while I really do empathise with working parents, I'm also incredibly frustrated with the situation. In our team, we have a full-time working parent whose kids are learning from home. So I'm the easy choice for our manager to turn to for someone to do the extra work. Why do I have to keep pulling up the slack for someone's personal choice to have children? If they're really struggling, why don't they find a less demanding job? And the letter goes on. Got a lot of traction in the Sydney Morning Herald, and that's what we're discussing. Do you feel that? You have some sympathy for the letter, and I'd say it's actually 50-50 on text. Would you agree with that, James?
It would be, yeah, but they're pretty passionate about it, both sides.
Both sides, yeah. Those that sort of agree with the letter are heartily in agreement. Hello, Gary.
Yeah, hi, guys. I've got a different approach to this completely. These people that are making complaint that are complaining that they're taking up the extra slack, you know, these guys, they never have a sick day. They don't have a hangover on Monday mornings, and who do they think takes up the slack then? You know, the good old parent who's not going out at night, getting on the booze and turning up at work just about every day. You know, and the other side of the coin is, if they're asked to take up the slack, you know, it is a day's salary. It was done away with time and a half and double time and all those sorts of things. But you have a right to say no. And if it goes beyond your normal work hours, if it's within your normal work hours, it's what you're getting paid for anyway. So tough, mate. It's the poor me generation. Oh, goodness, he's going home early, so, you know, on Friday afternoon. So, you know, why am I doing still stuck here?
Well, now, Gary, that's interesting. And again, I'm probably leaning toward your side on this, but I'll read you this.
You're an intelligent man.
Gary, I'll read you this text. I can really sympathise with this letter. I'm 30 years old, with no children and a long-term partner. I have a workmate who has 5 children and find weekends and out-of-hours work is 9 out of 10 times given to me. I more than appreciate my workmate and I'm happy to help out when things come up. However, I don't think it's fair that my free time is time and time again considered less valuable just because I've chosen not to have children.
Well, I agree with that. You know, the point of it is he's got to grow some and say to his boss, listen, mate, you're only paying me for 40 hours. I love the company and I'm prepared to do a bit from time to time, but not all the time. You know, there has to be a balance to all these relationships. And the other side of the coin is, what are the managers doing, putting the extra heat on these guys? They should see what's going on and deal with it properly.
Yeah, I think you're dead right, and we speak to an employment lawyer every second week, and I think he'd say exactly the same. Raise it with your boss. Good call, Gary. Thank you.
Text from Lynn. She says, 51-year-old female, child-free, salaried medical sales rep. All parents' needs are given priority as per company. If you say you're unavailable, you are managed out. Proven situation, says Lynn. Right?
Jason, welcome.
Hi, how are you?
Great, thanks.
Hey, I work in a prison. The unit that I work in is the separation unit, so everyone that comes into prison at the moment because of COVID is put into our unit for 14 days.
Right.
We've got staff that obviously compromised either by health or because they've got kids at home, so they go on to light duties or they get rostered out of our unit to another unit. So that leaves our unit short of experienced staff, and we've got to get staff from other units to come in on a daily basis to cover that shortfall of staff. So we're working with inexperienced staff in our unit.
So this is the corrections, and in other words, you're saying that people with children get off of it. Get it a bit lighter.
If they've got young children at home, they're offered, well, they're not offered, but they just say, I can't work in our unit. And that's fair enough, that's their prerogative. But it just puts pressure on us. So we're always asked on our days off to come back in to work because the roster hasn't been filled.
Is it something that is spoken about amongst the childless staff, Jason?
I think so, but everyone's in the same boat. Like, you know, we had guys that worked in the first lockdown in our unit, that worked hard in the separation unit, and now this time they've said, no, I don't want to work in the separation unit. It's just too hard. It's just too hard, and I'll play that card, and you can't make them work in it. Know what I mean? They've got the option not to work in it. On the plus side, it gives the guys that want to, or it gives the people that want to, a lot of overtime.
Oh, you do get overtime.
Oh, if you want to, like as I said, every day that I'm off, rostered off, there's the option of going into work.
Okay.
Yeah.
I suppose if you're a wage earner though, it's not as easy, is it? I mean, if you're a salaried worker,
No, yeah, exactly right.
Yeah.
It's totally different.
Yeah.
You know, it's because the guys are in our unit for 14 days. If they're showing symptoms of COVID when they come into the prison, they're locked down for 14 days, no matter what. They can't come out of their cells, so the tension gets quite high.
Yeah.
And it does burn you out after a while.
It must be a jolly stressful job, yours, Jason. I think about you guys often, and girls. Amazing.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for calling and putting your perspective through. Thanks. Yeah, you too, Jason. Yeah, I'm enjoying this. And listen to this text. Hi, guys. I'm actually the father who always leaves early to pick up the kids and leaves my other colleagues to clean up and spend the extra hours at work. I can actually totally see their beef, but it is what it is. I'd also fully understand if I missed out on a job in favour of a person without kids, so it swings both ways. 19-4.
News Talk ZB Auckland community notices with Danske Möbler Furniture. Shop online for huge spring sale savings.
New Zealand Blood Service needs blood and plasma donors. Donors who are fit and healthy can continue donating whatever the lockdown level. And NZ Blood Service has taken steps to ensure their sites are as safe as possible for you and their team. There's more on donating during lockdown at nzblood.co.nz/knowledge hub.
Caring for our community. News Talk ZB and Danske Möbler Furniture.
Tribe recruitment started with a belief that culture is key when hiring. New Zealand owned, with 8 specialist recruitment teams, Tribe supports hundreds of New Zealand businesses to develop high-performing cultures through great hiring. Our specialist teams include Tribe Tech, our tech hiring arm, and Tribe Leadership, our executive and board search team. Hear what our candidates and clients have to say about our team here at Tribe Recruitment by visiting tribegroup.com.
Sometimes the grass looks greener at your neighbours, and you know what? It might just be. But that's because old mate John next door has got himself a Lawnmaster. Lawnmaster offers you the best-in-class, high-quality mowers with high-performance engines fit for New Zealand conditions. So get stuck into the lawn this weekend and wipe that smug grin off John's face. Lawnmaster, hard-working products for hard-working Kiwi since 1946. Visit steelforce.co.nz for your local stockist.
At JMI Wealth, we work to grow our clients' wealth with investment portfolios that stand the test of time. Hi, I'm Andrew Callagher, JMI Wealth Director. For more than 30 years, we focused on building generational wealth, allowing our clients to pass on the nest eggs they've worked so hard to create. So if you want to secure your lifestyle and provide for the next... Call us or visit jmiwealth.co.nz. JMI Wealth. Investing for generations.
We've gone from level 4 with takeaways
to level 3 with the great outdoors,
or something like that.
There might be a bit of confusion over levels at the moment,
but there's no confusion at Magnus Benro.
Levels of customer satisfaction are through the roof.
If you're after a new TV, we can deliver.
The latest 50-inch Panasonic TV with 4K UHD resolution and Android TV Chromecast built in.
All for just $1,195.
Shop online today at magnusbenro.co.nz.
Magnus Benro, 100%.
Call 0800-80-1080 and have a chat with the lads. Simon Barnett and James Daniels afternoon. With Made by My Food Bag. Fast and fresh ready-made meals. News Talk ZB.
17-4. What a very good conversation, guys. It's almost discrimination if you speak up about this. I agree entirely with Melita. If you say something about parents and children and leaving work early or not going to meetings, taking extra sick days off for the kids, you would be hung, drawn and quartered because you would be seen as not being empathetic. So we just get on and we do the extra work because we don't have children, but it is annoying.
On the other hand, Steve says, I have children. I cover for the young guys that get rugby injuries or are hungover and don't show up. Good on you, Steve.
Hi, Richard.
Hey, how you going?
Yeah, well, thank you.
Yeah, just on the other side of the coin, I'd just like to say it's quite hard, you know, being a parent. You know, you've got the school holidays, I constantly have to take time off. You know, if you don't have family support, you've either got to put them in after-school care, which is quite expensive.
Yeah.
Or, yeah, it's quite hard.
Do you feel that, do you have any sympathy with this letter writer in the Sydney Morning Herald that I must say is getting a lot of support? Do you have any sympathy for their point of view, that they're constantly feeling put upon just because they've made the decision not to have children in life?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of different circumstances, but, you know, before I had kids, I used to do a lot of overtime, and obviously you earn a lot more money.
Mm.
So now, obviously, I don't do so much overtime, and yeah, so it's, I mean, like people have said before, you can say no, and if you're getting pressured, well, you know, the employer might need to look at hiring an extra person or
managing you out. That's what they call it, managing you out. Yeah, and that's what could potentially happen. I suppose that's my only concern. I'm kind of on your side, as I said before. I think the letter's a bit harsh, but everybody's situation is different. I suppose if you're on salary, you've got your salary, and that isn't going to change even if you're doing extra hours, and that's what many are pointing out. And if you do say anything, Richard, or you in any way push back, seen as an obstacle, you may well get a reputation that's unwanted about being difficult and, you know, non-charitable.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite hard for us because we're always the person that has to say no. So people that like don't have kids, stuff like their employee of the month, you know, because it's hard down. You know, it's, in this day and age, it's you know, both parents have to work. You struggle to pay your bills otherwise. So you're constantly juggling kids, you know.
Well, you sound like a good dad anyway, Richard. And the other thing is that everyone has to remember they once were kids. Yeah. Hello, Francis.
Yeah, hello, how's it going?
Great, thanks.
Yeah, good. I just finished work actually, and I'm actually heading home to go and babysit my kids because my partner's gone to work, and I just hoed into the conversation that everyone's talking about, so I thought I'd add my 2 cents to the story.
Please.
So basically, I finish early on the mainly on a Thursday and a Friday because my partner works for a company where she starts late arvo. Just like the previous gentleman, we don't have the luxury to be able to afford for after-school care during the school holidays and stuff. It's just non-affordable. It costs us $400 per kid for a whole week, just for after-school care. That's above nearly rent size. So that's 100% guaranteed. We've researched it, we've done it all. But look, I leave work early on the basis that I make sure that I'm clear with everyone at work, and they're okay with it. I make up for those hours in the weekend. So I do a lot of side work on the weekend. So I miss out on seeing the kids and spending time with them during the weekend, just to purely make up for that. Because I understand there are people out there that don't want to have kids, and careers first. Some of us didn't have the luxury. We just unfortunately didn't think smart, and we've had the blessing of having kids, and it's just something you got to roll with.
Well, yeah, that's a really reasonable attitude. What line of work are you in, Francis?
I'm an apprentice builder, so I'm a bit of a late bloomer. So I'm 33. I've been in the office all my life. I did a pre-trade 2 years ago, 8 months on just a study link wage with 2 kids and my partner. But it's just a small pain for a long-term gain, which we hope. But at the end of the day, it is, yeah. I get both sides of the story, of the fence, sorry. The only downside is that for parenting, there's not a real lot of options out there for parents. The only option is to work, and if you don't work, you can't afford to live, really.
I hope this isn't offensive, you don't have to answer it. How much do you get for working for families?
We don't. I don't qualify for working. That's the downfall. So we've come from Australia. In Australia, we have 2 kids. I worked, she didn't work. We used to get, I think it was close to $500 a week through the government for working for families in Australia.
Yeah.
In New Zealand, we don't qualify at all, and our position is pretty much the same as how we were in Australia.
Why don't you qualify?
Because I'm self-employed, there's the occasion that there's a possibility that I might actually earn too much, and because I don't have a guaranteed income, they can't provide just the additional rent per week or payment per week, basically.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, I often think about this because it's a real catch-22. Sometimes you get promoted in work, so you're increasing your pay, and that cuts back on your work for family, so there's sort of no point getting the advancement, is there?
That's right, yeah. So it is a catch-22, like you say. So you're damned if you do, damned if you don't, really. But I get both sides, and all I can I guess, circumstances, and as long as everyone communicates, everyone being transparent will make will make stuff a lot easier moving forward.
Hey, Francis, you sound like a fantastic parent for those two kids. Good luck to you and yours. It's lovely to hear the way you put your position to us. Good on you.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me. Have a good day.
Nice, Francis. What a nice fellow. Yeah. 11 minutes away from 4. The text machine's ballistic here. Hi guys, I work full time. I start early. Hubby finishes late. I work hard when I'm at work and have empathy for my colleagues because I'm a parent. The skill I have as a parent makes me the employer and manager I am. And this one says, no support for that letter writer in the Sydney Morning Herald. Cry me a river. Cry me a river. You ask me, little wabbit. Cry me a river. What woke crap? Get another job or get on with it. For heaven's sakes, says the texter. Well, I've sort of gone there, actually. At first I sort of thought, oh yeah, fair enough. And then now that I think about it, I think, well, you just go and get another job. You must be so good at what you do because you think you are. Go and get another job. 10 minutes away from 4, News Talk ZB.
Due to the Delta outbreak, your vehicle may be eligible for a temporary extension of its warranty fitness. Inspection sites are getting busier, so book your off now to get your vehicle good to go. This is a message from Wakakotahi, New Zealand Transport Agency.
All your Halloween costumes, props and decorations, even your everyday essentials are online at Look Sharp Store. Order before midday and click and collect your order the same day, 7 days a week. Shop online at looksharpstore.co.nz. We're allowed to have a picnic now.
But no big dinner parties just yet.
Mind you, it's always good to be prepared.
So this week we have a great deal on the Fish and Pickled stainless steel dish drawer.
These dish drawers are as easy to open and close.
All good, guys. I'm just a few minutes away from my destination, and hope you learned a little bit of the Kiwi accent here in New Zealand. Me, I'm learning a lot. Hopefully I could talk the same way. And thanks for joining me in my journey how to learn the Kiwi accent, plus learning how to drive on the other side of the road. From I was driving from left hand side to right hand side, so yeah, a bit of a new experience for me, but we're here to learn. We migrated here in New Zealand, and of course we need to learn the Kiwi way, the New Zealand way. Okay guys, thank you so much. See you again soon. God bless and take care always. Okay, bye.